Hey guys, it's Kayden and you're watching Get Ready With Me. So I'm going to show you guys my go-to 15-minute makeup routine that I have perfected over the years. So I first start with some moisturizer, and I've been using this Weleda Skin Food. I just put a little bit on my fingers and I just go everywhere. On my forehead, on my cheeks, a little bit on my neck as well. We'll start here, bring the extras here. We're just gonna rub that in. I'm going pretty gentle. It doesn't look like it, but I promise I am being gentle. I'm pretty simple when it comes to my skincare routine as well. I've been using the same face wash, CeraVe foaming face wash, for about 3 years now, and I will say my skin looks pretty good. So for me, I will always say the simple the better. The next thing I will go in with is primer, and I use the e.l.f. Power Grip. Can you see that? I'll put about 2 pumps onto my hand. That was 3, but because the first pump was bad, I'm gonna rub it on like this and basically put it anywhere that I know I'm gonna rub off my makeup. So for sure my cheeks as well, and then the rest I'll bring down to the neck. I try to do this part pretty quickly because I feel like it dries very, very fast. So once we have this, which I will take my, handy dandy fan, and I'll just go like this until I feel like it is dry, which you can literally feel it. I almost feel like it has a cooling effect. So I just go like this, and then I am donezo. So next I'm going to take my e.l.f. Halo Glow, and I use all products from the drugstore, so your local Walgreens, CVS, anywhere that you get your makeup. Oh, I need a little bit more on this side. Anywhere you get your makeup, you're going to be able to find this. I just kind of just put it on this area. I don't like too much on my forehead because it tends to make me break out. So then I'll take this big fluffy Il Makiage foundation brush, but I finished off the rest of my foundation, and I'm gonna start to put it below here to drag the color down to my neck so it matches. So I'm just gonna go like that, and that's about it. I really like to keep, I like to keep it very light. I don't like to use too much foundation because I think it looks cakey on my skin. So I put maybe a little bit more for some coverage, and then after that we will move on to the next step. So I just dab this in, and then anything that I have left over in my brush, I'll just dab it a little bit up here just to give it the same shine as the rest of the face. So now that we have this really good base, we are going to go in with concealer. So I use L'Oreal Infallible. I just started using this concealer, and I've learned that a little goes a long way. So I'll take a lighter shade and I'll put it right in the corner. As I said, a little goes a long way. If you ever need more, you can always put more on. So I'll put this in the dark spot. So anywhere I feel like I need a little bit more coverage, put that here. And you'll see why I do that in a second. So then I take this darker concealer, which is L'Oreal as well, and I just fill it in the caps right here. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So now I take a little kitten paw brush. I have not washed it yet, so no judgments. But I'll take whatever side I think is flattest, which is this one. I will slowly just dab it into the corner and keep blending it until I feel like it is mixing in with my skin. And then once you feel like you blended it out in this corner, you can just slowly bring it outwards. So I learned this technique. Sorry, my cat is going crazy right now. I learned this technique on a movie that I worked on, and I asked my makeup artist, I was like, oh, why don't you use beauty blenders? Like, why you're always using brushes? And then I see that you like tap it in instead of swiping. And you know, with a beauty blender, you tend to use it tends to soak up a lot of product, while brushes kind of let you play around with it a little bit more and it doesn't really soak into the brush. So ever since then, I just practiced and practiced until I learned how to basically do my whole makeup routine with just a brush. And honestly, I love it. I think it blends into my skin a lot better than a beauty blender. I don't know why. I don't understand the science. You think it wouldn't, but it does. Then we have the last part of our concealer, which is how I get my cut crease for my contour and kind of give that effect in pictures that I have like a snatched cheekbone. So we're gonna take this lighter, oh, my hair is in the way. We're gonna take this lighter concealer, and I'm gonna use a mirror. And we're gonna, oh, there's a little thing on my face. There we go. We're almost gonna make a little line going from the, I don't know what this is, the crevice in my ear. We're gonna make a line going from here and then drag it lightly to the corner of the mouth. And then what I'll do is I'll start blending it down, swipe, get it all mixed up, and then I will start dabbing it in like this. And then I know there's a line there, bear with me. We're gonna do the other side as well. And dab it in until we feel like it is very blended. That wasn't really English. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not too great at makeup terms, but oh yeah. So then I'll flip to the other side of the brush, and that's when I'll kind of swipe it to blend it in just a little bit more. We're still kind of gonna keep a little bit of a line so we know where to go in with our contour. So then once we're here, then you can just blend that up. I personally feel like this technique really lifts up my face and gives me that snatched effect. So next step is powder. So I like to use Maybelline. Oh my gosh, it's so scratched you can't even tell. It is the Shine Free Loose Powder. So I take this brush and I dab on one side, dab on the other. And then I'll take the lid and I will just dab whatever excess is in there. And then I will just dab it into where we just put the concealer. So basically anywhere we put the concealer, we are really gonna dab the powder into that area. It's so funny because growing up, I loved to play around with makeup, and I would literally scavenge through my mom and sister's makeup products and use foundation and contour and stuff that was definitely not my skin color. And I would sneak it in my bag and I would put it on at school. And I remember one day my sister picked me up and she was like, "What is on your face?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? There's nothing on my face." And she's like, "Kayden, your foundation is literally a completely different color than your neck." And not to mind you, my mom and my sister are like definitely a few shades darker than me. So it was very funny, you know. There was a lot of trials and errors. I feel there's a lot of trials and errors growing up trying to figure out what makeup look worked for me and, you know, getting the perfect color and technique down. But you know, just like life, it's a journey. So then I take this really fluffy rose brush. I love it. I'll take whatever I have left on here and I will just dab it over this area. Just like this. Make sure we got everything. And then I'll also do my neck as well. Alright, so next step is contour. I don't know, all my products is really e.l.f., L'Oreal, Milani, and what was the other one that I use? And Beauty For Real. Those are really the only products that I use. Whoopsies. So now I'm going to take this brush. I don't know, maybe a kitten paw brush, which is very fluffy. I'm going to dab in one side and kind of wipe it off here. And then we're going to go right above this line here and bring it into the hairline. Like this. It's very prominent at first. And I know it looks orange, but it matches with my skin tone on my arms, so it's actually perfect. Really depends on where I'm going. If I'm doing like going on a red carpet, I'll definitely, you know, darken my bronzer a little bit more than I usually would. Because when pictures are being taken, you want to do a little bit more extra makeup so the camera picks it up. This is always the messy part. So whatever I have left, actually I'm gonna put on a little bit more. Normally I'll just take whatever I have left and then put it on my nose like this. And then swipe it on here. Then go on my chin and then go to my jawline. So normally this would be when I would take an eyeshadow brush and I would start putting it on my lid. But what I've learned, especially when I'm in a rush, I'll just take this brush and I'll dab it in there, do the same thing, and I'll flatten it like this. Oh wait, let me get a little bit more off. Flatten it like this, and then you will just go like this and then drag it out. I feel like it works pretty well. We'll clean up this area, but kind of just swipe it on real quick and drag it into the hairline. I always feel like, especially on camera, this is like the most natural skin looking makeup I've ever done, especially because of the halo glow. I love that foundation, and it literally makes it look like you're not even wearing makeup. Once I feel like I have a good color on both sides, I will go into the next step, which is highlighter. I like to go in with my highlighter before my blush because I like to use my blush brush to blend everything in. So we are going to take this little Do Me Lit highlight. I actually think that, yeah, baked highlight powder. Okay, yeah, it is. It is that. I always thought that it was eyeshadow for so long, but no, apparently it is an eyeshadow. I mean a highlighter. So then I'm just gonna take one side of the brush and go like this. And we'll start with my nose. Just go like that. We'll take a little bit more, do it right underneath my eyebrow. And then we will go into the eyes. So what I've learned is that I think that highlighter on the inner corner of my eye has really brightened it up. My eyes are already very tiny, which I get that from my grandmother. And I really feel like highlighter really makes them pop, especially on the inner corner. So I'll start here, kind of blend it in like this, and then we'll blend it up into the eye. And then I will take it right on the tip of the brush like that, and then I will go right underneath my lash line. And I think that this just makes my eyes pop just a little bit more. Can you see the difference? I used to use a darker color underneath my eye for the longest time, and then I just realized that it just made my eyes like concave more and darken them up and didn't make them pop. So I was like, what can I do to, you know, kind of emphasize my eyes better while I'm doing makeup? And this, I think, has worked for me. So then we're gonna get a little bit more product, and we're going to do it on the other side as well. It's actually so funny because I could totally do this with my eyes closed. Perfect. All right. So next up is blush. So I love this Milani blush. It is in color Tea Rose, and I just love roses. So when I saw this and the blush is literally shaped like a rose, I was like, okay, I have to get this. And the color is actually really nice. I don't like a super pink blush. I like it pretty subtle. And then I just pack it on, so I personally feel like this is the perfect color for me. That one is my new one, which I haven't really used yet. So we're gonna use my old one that is cracked and in this pack. So then I just wipe it on the side. And then I'll tap off the excess and just go right above where we put the contour. Just like this. Do it on both sides. And then I'll start smiling like this to see my cheekbones. It's so funny because there were times where I never used blush in my makeup routine. And I don't even want to look up the pictures back in the day from when that was, because personally I feel like blush brings everything together. And for the people who don't use blush and it works for you, kudos to you, because I cannot relate. I just feel like I look naked. So I'll put a little bit on my nose and blend out that highlighter. And I love a little like sun-kissed rosy, it's cold outside type of makeup look. And then once we feel like that is blended in, I'll take a little bit more and I'll kind of bring it up from here and bring it down, color up there. And then sometimes I'll do my eyes like this. I just like to give it a very natural blush skinny type of look. All right, so 2 more steps and then we're done. As I said, very simple, very easy. So let's do mascara first. So I have been using this mascara for, I don't even know how long, probably when I first started wearing makeup, so middle school. So this is Beauty For Real, and I absolutely love their products. It's cruelty free. I also really like it because I have very small eyelashes. Don't mind my little cut on my hand. I have very small eyelashes, so with this wand, it's like really easy to be able to get in there. Sometimes I'll use an eyelash curler. I'm not going to right now because I feel like my eyelashes are fine. And then what I like to do is I like to shimmy it up. I'm gonna use this mirror this time so I don't stab myself in the eye. And I will do 2 coats, so this doesn't have to be perfect. Put a little bit on my lower lash line, like that. Then we will do the other side. It's so hard to not make a weird face while doing mascara. All right, the last and final step is going to be lips and lip liner. So a very special lip combo that I like to do, and honestly this is my favorite step in my makeup routine. I think, you know, knowing your perfect color of lip liner and like what suits your lips really just brings the whole makeup look together. So this is not sharpened. Step 1, sharpen it. Doesn't have to be too sharpened, but just enough, because when you do it a little bit too sharp, then it's hard to draw on. So I'll do it like about this. I feel like that's good. Let's do it a little bit more. That's good. Okay. So I will take this, and a lot of people like to start from the top of their lips. I like to actually start from the outside, and if you can look closely, this side has a little bit of a different bridge than this side. So we're gonna match them basically. So start like this. This is gonna be really hard to do while talking. And then we will bring it up. It's preference if you want to overline it. Sometimes I will, sometimes I don't, but right now I'm just using my natural lip as a guide. So now that we have this over here, oh sorry. Now that we have this, we're gonna go in on the other side. So because this bridge goes up a little bit higher, I'm gonna bring this up over my lip line. And I know it's bad, but I do like to start with dry lips because I feel like this, it actually paints on better than when you put on chapstick. There we go. Oh, this is also Milani as well in color Spice. I think it's 09. Yes. Which that was upside down, but whatever. Okay, next up is going to be this lipstick, which is by Revlon, and it is Pink Velvet. So we'll take the color and we're gonna put it where we didn't put the lip liner. So right here. Oh, that is a boogie. Let's not look at that. I'm gonna put it right here, and then we will take the lip gloss, which this is Milani, and I believe it's a lip plumper. Yes, Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. And I basically just take this and use it to blend in both of the colors. I think it blends it in so nicely. All right, and that's basically it. Most of the time I will just go back with my blush brush and I'll go like this and add it in anywhere else I think I missed. And sometimes I'll use setting spray, but I do not have any right now. So this is it. So this is my 10-minute to 15-minute makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to follow Jamo on all of their social medias and mine as well, which is @Kayden Mueller. And I hope you enjoyed the video. See ya.